Justin, we forgot to do Audacity. You hit go live, and I was trying to warn you through the little square that I get.
All right. 3, 2, 1, record. 3, 2, 1, clap.
What's up, Pokemon trading card game fans? Welcome to episode 142 of Special Conditions, the TCG podcast where our love for competing and collecting collide. Special Conditions is part of the Pokemon Professor Network, and today is June 15th, 2023. It's hot out, finally, at least up here. I'm one of your hosts, Adam Tuttle, and I am joined by my co-host, Justin Keller. How are you?
What's up? It's nice of you to join the rest of the country and being warm. So what's warm for you? 75?
Yeah, 70. 70's warm. I'd rather be like a constant 65 where I could wear a sweatshirt if I wanted to.
You could be more like, a Baxcalibur or a Gene Pao.
Ooh, I could be a little icy. Could be chilly. But Justin, on today's show, we're going to talk about LBS, Lugia Blastoise Steelix.
Oh, I thought you were going to the gym and losing some pounds.
No, not pounds. LBS. It's a deck. It's a Pokemon deck. I swear. From the 2006 World Championship, we're going to talk about Baxcalibur as it relates to that deck, because you have to know where you've been to know where you're going. You know what I'm saying?
Makes sense. Makes sense.
And then we'll talk about Hisuian Samurott a little bit. Right? I mean,
I am intrigued.
All right. And before we get going, this episode of the Special Conditions podcast is brought to you by the Grading Authority. TGA offers an innovative and card grading experience with focus on collectors and community. Visit tgacards.com to learn more, and be sure to check out their slab designer and Pokemon flow labels to see for yourself what makes the Pokemon Professor Network proud to be a TGA partner. I almost said sponsor. Use code FULLHEAL, no spaces, capital FULLHEAL at checkout for 10% off your total order. Thanks, TGA. Speaking of TGA, I have three, count them, three Pikachu hanging at the beach. So really quickly, I think for the next 3 episodes, I'm going to reveal these Pikachus. It's going to look repetitive because they're all the Hyper Rare Vmax. I looked at these. These all look very, very well centered. They look very well put together. They look pristine. They look very nice. Good. And they went immediately into the sleeve. So I want to know what these graded as, because I truly believe that I would be upset if none of these were a 10. No, I'm just kidding. I'd be upset if none of these were a 9.5. If they were lower than like an 8,
but we have to remember, it's not PSA. They're not just handing out 10s.
I know. I'm just saying these are all in decent condition.
I'm just shooting for at least a 9.
What do you think? What does the chat think? What's up, Lachlan? What's up, the Lunatonian? Sorry.
And Lachlan says you gotta send in more Delibirds.
Lachlan, I have to get Delibirds from the Paldea Evolved, so I need to buy more packs. I have this one here. I'm going to be opening that shortly. Solid 10.
Like this Delibird?
Yeah, like that Delibird. I mean, like, look, I mean, I didn't see any whitening.
No whitening. It looks centered,
yeah,
but the centered's like...
No, the center looks okay.
So
I don't know. This one looks great. I'm feeling it.
I'm going 9.5. I'm going
hashtag peel to reveal. I'm saying 10. What is it?
It's a 9.
It's 9. Okay. All right. That's not bad.
That was like the floor of like, I'm happy with a 9.
Yeah, I'm very happy.
Oh, it's got the lightning bolt. That's pretty cool.
It does. Yeah. So it's got the energy match label, as opposed to... I did this during the Alert Up podcast. The Radiant Charizard got a 9.5. Sorry. It's really hard to off with
You know, the light for you get the light for your face, and then
for my face, which.
reflective things.
But yeah, all right. So we got a 9 on Pikachu. Whew. Justin, do you have packs? Do you want to open
Yeah.
packs right now?
I mean, they could.
Now that we're talking about Delibird. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Just one.
Let's see if we can channel the Delibird energy. So this is one of those like the newfangled 6-pack little mini booster box things. I don't even know what to call them. Booster bundle. So
Cast of the Cubone says packs.
yeah. Packs. But yeah, no. You know, a few weeks ago or a few months ago, I don't know. GameStop was running some promo where you could buy these boxes for like 15 a piece. I'm pretty sure someone posted it in Discord. So
I'm sure of it.
yeah. So I bought 5 boxes.
I mean, that's a sweet deal.
Oh, it's white code.
Was this the one with 6 packs?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So, you know,
because they're 5 each now. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, the $30 boxes.
All right. So the code, you know what? I'll just show it. Here you go.
I can't read it.
Sure you can.
Okay, I can read it, but I'm not going to spoil it.
All right. What is your guess on the energy?
Yellow. It's got to be lightning.
I'm going to guess red for fire. It was
Hey,
psychic.
we were both right. Wait a minute. That doesn't sound right.
How that works. Yeah, so all right. Mischief, Wingull, Meryl, Mankey. Man, I feel like I haven't opened cards on the podcast in forever. Crocolore, Giraffarai, Titan. First reverse holo is a Dunsparce. Second reverse holo is a Spiritomb playable card.
All right.
It's got the ability Fettered in Misfortune, basic Pokemon V and play have no abilities. And the final card. Meowscarada EX.
Meowscarada. Let's go. All
yeah.
right. Now I'm going to.
That's fun.
Okay, I'm just going to open it like this because it's the way the cookie crumbles. Ooh, Tang Lao. I think that's how you say it, right?
I think so.
I'm just making up names as we go along. I mean, Pokemon does it. They make up names. I can make up names. Pavilion. It's Pavilion. I will die on that hill. It's Pavilion. All right, I'm going to read off my code. 7YH 9CR7 6VVC4X. Good luck crinkling it up, throwing it in the recycle bin. And it's 1 to the front, right?
1 to the front.
I mess this up all the time. I do it to myself. I didn't guess it.
Didn't get.
I'm so sorry.
We were early.
Fire energy.
I did.
Got a Love Disc. Snover. Fletchling. Voltorb. Tinka. Tough.
Tinka. Yeah, I got all the Tinks mixed up. Ooh, Bravery Charm, playable card.
Bravery Charm. Gothita. Reverse Holo is a Claude. No, what is it?
Clavel.
It's Clavel.
I don't remember what Clavel does.
I don't either. Oh, nice. What is that? Is that a mouse?
That's the Meowscarada alternate art.
Alt art. Let's go. Let's go.
Heck yes.
Whew, hang on. I gotta breathe.
Breathing exercises.
I gotta find a sleeve, but I also want to see what's next.
In, out, and
a glimmer.
Gamora.
What is it? Oh, it's Gamora from that Marvel movie.
Yeah, from Guardians of the Galaxy. Yes, we are twinning. Must sleep. Did you find a sleeve?
I did.
Yeah. All right. So
it looks
going
very
on
nice.
In this artwork? Is it just standing up on the hill?
It is standing on a tree, and it looks like the wind is blowing viciously.
Is that? Oh, it's like its little magic trick, little bouquet thing that's throwing out. Yeah. Nice.
Holy
Very cool.
cow.
I haven't even seen that art. Like I've been like looking at cards here and there, patrol like prices on TCG Player, but I'm not like focusing on the art. And so, cards
Yeah.
like that still surprise me.
Listen, you know what I gotta do? I gotta start like sleeving these. Like when I get a good hit and being like episode 142 of the podcast. All right, but we are probably gonna send this one in.
Yeah.
No,
Hey.
no lie. This is
There you go.
actually, you know what? Maybe not. Maybe.
Oh.
Looking at it, it looks like it's probably an 8.5 or a 9 just from centering. The centering looks good. It's just from the back. You can tell a little bit more.
Wah, wah.
Yeah.
But it could just be a keepsake. I pulled this on episode 142.
Hey, I pulled this on episode 142. Justin's like, I also pulled the same thing. It's just a different art.
Yeah, it's just the
Yours
dollar
is
version.
actually the alternate art of mine. So,
Oh, is that how that
oh,
works?
you got to look at it that way. The price
right,
still goes way down, but
let's see. What is the ability? You must discard a piece of grass energy from your hand in order to use this ability. Once during your turn, you may put 3 damage counters on your opponent's bench Pokemon.
that's okay.
Scratching Nails, 100 plus. If your opponent's active Pokemon already has any damage counters on it, does 120 more for double colorless.
Okay. Not too bad.
All right. So should we get on with the show?
Yeah. We should probably start talking about the things that we said we were going to talk about. Okay.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to talk about LBS. So first off, I was asked about, how do you go about like building a deck? And honestly, it stumped me for a second. And then shout out to Drew from TGA. I get carried away pretty easily. Because if somebody asks me that, it's very hard to just give like you put 20 trainers, 20 Pokemon, and 20 energies.
Yeah.
And if you just do 4 copies of everything, it all works out. Then you have the same, so it's hard. It's hard. Okay. That's the long story short. It's hard. But we can look back at what has done well and then come to the future and see, do those strategies still line up, or what Pokemon now can fulfill those different Pokemon's roles? And so,
right. Did you want to go through this article?
yes. Hang on one second, because I have multiple screens up here. And yours is not where I need it.
I can read the first part. So, looking back at LBS, a real heavyweight.
This is coming from SixPrizes.com. This was written all the way back in 2014 by Chris Fulop. Shout out. Amazing articles on SixPrizes. Love this site for so long.
Yeah, so it starred Lugia, Blastoise, and Steelix EX. And for those paying attention, it is the little EX. So, with the rise in popularity and players wanting to explore older formats, I decided to write an article about my favorite deck in the history of the game, LBS. As someone who has played this game since its American release in '98, seen success in tournaments since 2001, I feel like it was the use of this deck that really led me to coming into my own as a player. Despite winning the 2002 Professor Championships and taking second place at Worlds in 2004, the difference between me as a player at the end of 2005 and me at the end of 2006 was massive. The overall increase in skill of players throughout the game forced players such as myself, who could get on marginally better than others while using good lists, to actually step up and develop into stronger players. Let's see. While the deck's premise of using Blastoise EX to dump water energy into play, alongside using Holland's Castform, Holland's Magneton, and Holland's Electro to convert it to other types of energy, seems fairly obvious in retrospect, the deck took a little bit of time to catch on. Between the stranglehold of archetypes, which carried over from the 2005 season, and Blastoise being off players' radar due to it being viewed as a poor card previously, LBS didn't really start to pop up until tournaments midway through City Championships. I can't say with certainty that no other players had really been working on the deck, but the deck began to be tested in 2 separate camps at roughly the same time by Eric Craig in Florida and Ross Calthon in Washington. Cawthon. I didn't jump on the bandwagon until States. The strategy. Do you want to go over the strategy?
Yeah, so just really quickly, I'm just going to look at Lugia EX. So it has a Poke Body. Back in the day, Poke Bodies were just active at all times. Poke Powers were like they only activated like on play, kind of like when you drop Luminion. But now they're just Poke. What are they now? Abilities?
Yeah, they're just abilities.
Yeah. So, and they're active at all times. So the old powers and Poke Bodies now combine into one to make abilities. But
with our powers combined.
Yeah, so Lugia is an EX, lowercase. It has a Poke Body, Silver Sparkle. If Lugia EX is in the active spot and is damaged by an opponent's attack, even if Lugia is knocked out, flip a coin. If heads, choose an energy attached to the attacking Pokemon and return it to your opponent's hand. That's not really why it shines, but it's also a great defense. For a water, a fire, a lightning, it has Elemental Blast for 200. Discard a fire, water, and a lightning attached to Lugia EX. And basically 200 damage back then could knock out everything. If it gives you any idea as to how low HP the format was, Lugia EX was 100 hit points.
Yeah.
I mean, I know the viewers
it is a basic,
see it, but it is a basic.
But yeah, 100 is low.
Okay. And then the strategy. Okay, actually, we have to look at the Blastoise as well, so apologize one more time. And then Blastoise EX.
Let's see. Do they have the Blastoise on here?
This is a stage 2. It has 150 hit points. Energy Rain. It's a Poke Power. As often as you like during your turn, before you attack, you may attach a Water Energy card from your hand to one of your Pokemon. Put 1 damage counter on that Pokemon. This power can't be used if Blastoise is affected by a special condition. That was cool. That's why, you got to have full heals in your deck. No. So Energy Rain, what does that sound a lot like?
Baxcalibur?
Baxcalibur to the future. And Blastoise you wouldn't really attack with, but if you needed to, it has for 4 energies, Hyper Whirlpool, 80 damage, flip a coin until you get tails. For each heads, your opponent discards an energy attached to the defending Pokemon. And so, again, we got to back up a little bit. Blastoise is pumping out all the energies. Lugia is hard hitting, doing a lot of damage. And then we have stuff like Steelix EX. Again, it's a stage 1, 150 hit points. Pokebody poison resistance, can't be poisoned. That's irrelevant. Metal Charge for 3 energies, does 70 damage. Put 1 damage counter on Steelix. Pretty much would never use that. Mudslide is where this card shines. It says discard 2 fighting. It's for 2 fighting and 2 colorless. Discard 2 fighting energy attached to Steelix EX and choose one of your opponent's Pokemon. This attack does 100 damage to that Pokemon. So that's brutal. That's a lot. And then we'll look at...
Here it is.
Yes. So Steelix is a beast. I don't remember the exact list that was used against me, but I played in I don't remember. I think it was a regionals or a states. It was a really big tournament back in the day. I think it was one of my first early tournaments in 2008 because that's when I went to nationals, but it was like way before that. And I played against somebody that was playing. It was in New York City. I don't know what it was called, but you had to get up through an elevator to get to the card shop. It was the scariest thing because it was like, how do I get down? You know what I mean? If the elevator's broke, that's just that was the only thing running through my mind. I don't know if that store still exists, and if somebody's listening and knows that store, please let me know what it's called. I would like to know.
Yeah, there's fire escape stairs.
I'm sure. But from there, we'll move on to Latias Star. So star Pokemon were similar to Prism Stars, similar to our Radiant Pokemon right now, where you can only have one of in the deck.
Mm-hmm.
Latias, again, for 1 energy, Healing Light does 10 damage, remove 1 damage counter from each of your Pokemon. Not a good attack, not relevant at all. But for its second attack, for 1 water, 1 fire, and psychic energy, does 50 damage. If the defending Pokemon is a Pokemon EX, discard all energy cards attached to Latias Star, and this attack does 50 damage plus 100 more damage. So that's a pretty intense attack.
Mm-hmm.
Because that would do 150. And again, that's pretty close to knocking almost everything out in the format. And it's a single prize Pokemon.
Wow. But now you got all these crazy energy costs.
Yes.
So
And that's fine. And that's
you
fine.
just played a
So
bunch of different energies in this deck.
no, we're getting to there. So
Ah, wait and you shall see. Okay.
yes, exactly. I know. We're going left and right. But I did actually accidentally just escape out of it. So give me 1 second.
You're good. You're good.
Yeah. I get this way sometimes where
Let's see. Did
no.
you discuss the Pidgeot?
I didn't discuss the Pidgeot. So Pidgeot, I don't have it in front of me, but it has quick search. It's a stage 2, 100 hit points. Once during your turn, before you attack, you may choose any 1 card from your deck and put it into your hand. Shuffle your deck afterward and put it into your hand. You can't use more than 1 quick search Poke Power each turn. And this power can't be used if it's affected by a special condition. Its attack you'd never use. Clutch, the defending Pokemon can't retreat till the end of your opponent's next turn. It does have free retreat, so that is nice. But the fact that you could go search for any single card every single time, that's broken.
Wow. And it goes into your hand.
It does
Not
go
on
into your
top of the
hand.
deck. Not like, draw next turn into your hand. Wow.
Yes, so you have strong attackers, you have strong support, and then you did play typically like 4, or I mean in this list it's not there, but you do play the Plusle, and it was Call for Family. You basically search your deck for 2 basic Pokemon. Nowadays, in the future, we have stuff like Nest Ball and other search cards that are very, very reliable, and they don't cost you an attack. So the format's faster, but these strategies can still take place. And we will get there. What really shines and what's the star of kind of like making these attackers possible is Holland's Cast Form and Holland's Magnemite and Holland's Magneton or Electrode. So Holland's Cast Form, how it's read is you take an energy that's attached to one of your Pokemon, a basic energy, and you can swap it for this energy. So it becomes a double rainbow energy for the cost of taking that 1 water back to the hand, and then you could just redump it back down.
That's pretty crazy because I haven't really seen these cards super often, so I'm just looking at this and I'm like, single energy delta draw. Why are you doing this? That's silly. They have this whole subtext section that I wasn't even expecting. It's just like it's an entire paragraph that's there, and it shows the double rainbow next to it. Anyways, go on.
Trying to. I keep going to the wrong page. Hold on.
Okay, so the Magnemite is one colorless. The cast form is double rainbow. And the Magneton is double rainbow.
Yes. Yeah. So,
And you attached it from the hand?
yes. Yep.
Okay.
So you would. Sorry, I'm just trying to get to like a bigger version of the text. Oh my God, these are all so small.
So our friend at Good Morning Johto is just like, the episode title should be Pokemon Boomer Talks About the Glory Days.
Listen, it's Baxcalibur to the future, all right?
Uh,
No, and like honestly, these decks and these cards were so cool. I absolutely loved this format, this time, this era of Pokemon. I wasn't around
day.
back in my day. It was 2006. Actually, I didn't start playing heavily until 2008 when I got back into the game. Probably late 2007, probably around like Halloween time, and then went to my first like cities tournament and got creamed. I got paired in the juniors division. Nothing like it. Nothing like it.
Is there any other cards you want to talk about in here?
As far as the Pokemon, no. So now we go back to the strategy. LBS as a deck is pretty simple. You use Blastoise EX power, Pokepower Energy Rain to power up a variety of attackers who use 2 or less non-water energy in their attack. The attack cost with the Holland Pokemon. In this particular deck, the 2 primary attackers are Lugia EX and Steelix EX. Lugia EX's Elemental Blast smacked for a whopping 200 damage, taking out even the toughest EX in the format in one shot. Steelix EX was meant to be the board control with Mudslide. Mudslide's 100 damage to even a bench Pokemon, let you pick off prizes and up and coming Pokemon alike. This was a format that was defined by the Stage 2 Pokemon, Pidgeot, Red Green. I think that's what it's called. Pidgeot's Pokepower Quick Search lets you grab any card in the deck once per turn. This allowed decks to pull off intricate and powerful plays, but many decks became very reliant on the card as an engine for their decks. Mudslide would let you pick off an opposing Pidgeot in one shot, often just locking out games as the opponent struggled to get set up without it. The aforementioned Pidgeot is also a crucial part of the deck. As you can see from just a rough summary of what the deck is trying to do, Quick Search is one of the main reasons it is able to reliably set all of these pieces together. The other 2 engines found in the deck were pretty commonplace in most decks in the format. The first is the Holland engine. Holland Transceiver was a trainer card that lets you search for any Holland supporter from your deck. These supporters all had various effects and the cost of discarding a card to use them. Holland Mentor was most important. One of those, it lets you grab 3 basic Pokemon with 100 HP or less upon use. This lets you grab Pidgey, Squirtle, Onix with 1 card. Once you get set up, it lets you get attackers and Holland's cast form as well. Holland's Transceiver gains strength from the fact that in the early turns, it got you Pokemon, but as the game progressed, it gave you access to cards like Holland Adventurer, draw 3 cards, Holland Scientist, draw cards until you have the same number of your opponent. The final engine revolves around a pair of different Jirachi cards. The Metal type Jirachi from Deoxys has Wishing Star, which let you put it to sleep while it is active at the benefit of selecting a card from the top 5 of your deck, putting it into your hand. This sounds a lot like Mew. I know it's 6 cards, and I know it's just an item, but similar. The Psychic Jirachi from Hidden Legends has a Make-A-Wish, which lets you evolve one of your bench Pokemon at the cost of a damage counter. Between the 2 of these, both obtainable by Holland Mentor, you can easily progress with the deck setup.
Thank you for reading that, but might I just say, the SixPrizes.com, I love this little, now that I figured it out, you can just hover over and all of these cards are hyperlinked. So like they're off to the sides. That's why I've been able to like, pull them up and maximize them on the screen.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah. So like it does that. And then if you click on it, you can like it'll take you to TCG Player so you can buy it.
Oh, that's awesome.
And it still works. What, 2014, 9 years later.
Wow. So
Incredible.
with all that being said, some of the trainers to mention, there was a supporter back in the day called Professor Elm's Training Method. It lets you search for an evolution Pokemon. Celia's Network just lets you search for a Pokemon in general. Rocket's admin, looking into the future, this is Iono. So you could just play Iono.
Wow. That's literally Iono.
Yep. Steven's advice lets you draw until you have 7 cards in your hand. Rare Candy, Switch, Pokemon Retriever, Swoop Teleporter. So Pokemon Retriever, search your discard pile for it's basically what's that, Rescue Stretcher?
Rescue Carrier.
Yeah. And then Swoop Teleporter. This one lets you search your deck for a basic Pokemon, including or excluding any Pokemon EX, and switch it with one of your basic Pokemon.
Oh, this
So it's
Pokemon Retriever is kind of like Super Rod, kinda.
That one, yeah, that one's like Super Rod. The Swoop Teleporter is kind of like Thornton. I think it's Thornton, right? Lets you switch from your discard.
Search your deck for basic Pokemon. No, because this is searching your deck.
Yes, but it's kind of like Thornton, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just from your deck instead of discard, so this is more powerful.
Okay, and then POW hand extension, move 1 energy attached to the defending Pokemon to another of your opponent's Pokemon, or switch one of your opponent's bench Pokemon with one of the defending Pokemon. So that was basically like, I can either move an energy off or boss's orders. And it was just a trainer back in the day. That's crazy.
Wait, this is just a trainer?
Yeah.
Oh my.
Look at that. Oh, that's not even a supporter.
Oh my.
And then the stadium, I really wish we had training court still. But the stadium power tree, once during each player's turn, if that player has no special energy cards in his or her discard pile, that player searches his or her discard pile for a basic energy, shows it to your opponent, puts it into their hand.
Wow, that's cool.
Okay, so now that we've gone over LBS, that is like, that's a crazy deck. Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty nutty.
Flash forward to where we're at now, right? Okay. What replaces? What's that?
Because we're bringing Baxcalibur to the future, right?
Baxcalibur to the future. So Blastoise EX is replaced with Baxcalibur.
Mm-hmm.
Lugia EX is replaced by Chen Pao. Bring up Chen Pao. Bring it up. Let's go. Bring it up.
Chen Pao.
How Chen Pao does it, I don't know. Chen Pao.
All right. So this
I just need Chen Pao. Just bring me up the card. I just want to see the card. Because we have to talk about the card.
Yes. Maybe.
Okay, so it has an ability.
There we go.
Shivery Chill. Once during your turn, if this Pokemon is in the active spot, you may search your deck for up to 2 basic water energy cards, reveal them, and put them into your hand. Then shuffle your deck. That's insane. That's just like super speeds up the deck even more. It works in tandem with Baxcalibur. These 2 cards were meant for each other. Literally. And then it has Hailblade. It does 60 damage. You may discard any amount of water energies from your Pokemon. It just is your Pokemon, not even this guy. So you could have
I didn't even realize that at first.
You could have everything piled up on the bench, and then in one turn, just use its Shivery Chili and be like, oh, it's getting cold. Let me just grab 2 water energies and one-shot you.
You can spread out the energy everywhere.
You can knock anything out because it has like an unlimited, it just depends on how many water energies you use, but unlimited amount of energies and damage that it can output. That's crazy. That literally screams it's Lugia. It's just not Lugia.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think Latias Star and Steelix EX kind of swap places and the way they are, because Gradient Ninja takes over, or Gradient Greninja, not Gradient Ninja. I
Not
don't know.
gradient.
I don't even know what
Radiant. Say it with me. Radiant
Radiant
Greninja.
Gradient Greninja.
Yeah, no.
Radiant Greninja.
Yeah.
So it is a rule box, aka star, because you can only have one in your deck, but you can discard an energy, draw 2 cards with it, and then it's got, what's it called? Moonlight Shurikens?
Saru, good.
Shuriken. Discard 2 energies. It's 2, right? I can't see it. You keep moving.
Yeah, discard 2 energies.
Okay, and then do 90 damage to 2 of your opponent's Pokemon?
Yeah.
What? And
Yeah,
there's a lot of
and
Pokemon right now that are actually 90 hit points or less. Routes, Curlia.
all I know is
Routes
I've
and
been
Curlia.
I've been playing this deck on live, and not enough people are playing Manaphy.
Yeah, so it essentially begs the call to play Manaphy, period. Especially in your own deck, because you don't
Yeah.
want to get sniped. Greninja is a force to be reckoned with. And then if we're looking at other cards, Rocket's Admin turns into Iono.
I don't know.
What else
Yep,
were we
it's
looking at?
basically the same thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's see. Pidgeotto or Pidgeot's kind of like Irida, right?
Pidgeot
Kinda.
is kind of like Irida. You search for a water Pokemon and an item card. So you can search for Baxcalibur, Rare Candy.
Yeah.
Those are literally the 2 pieces that you need.
Yeah.
With that being said, you still technically can put in, because you're not technically using 4 Plusles and a 2/1/2 Pidgeotto, Pidgeot line, you could actually squeeze in, like, I mean, in this list that Justin's showing off here, it is showing off the Palkia and Bibarel. Honestly, I'd play Bibarel at like a 1/1.
You
But
think
that's
one
just
one?
me.
I know you thought you're all about the consistency though.
I am all about the consistency, but
So
I don't know what Kyogre does. Why is Kyogre in there? Get rid of Lumineon. Lumineon's just a liability at this point.
I've been liking Lumineon for when you're kind of dead drawing and you need to get out of it. You need that
Well,
Irida right
play
now.
more supporters.
I'm already playing. So this list is a little different than mine. So this list, I don't have the cross switchers. I'm playing 4 Iono, 4 Irida, 2 boss.
I like 2 boss. I'd probably play like.
So the Kyogre is kind of like
Do you not play the middle Baxcalibur thing?
No.
What? Oh my gosh.
That's why you play Irida.
All right,
and
I need
gotta make sure you
everyone
get
to
it.
jump on the Shuppet Bayonet EX bandwagon right now. Play 4. I just play 4 Clef Keys to start, and then a 4/4 line Shuppet EX, and then 4 Path to the Peak.
Oh god.
Shut them down where it hurts.
Oh no. All right, so the Kyogre. Oh, I didn't mean to
Yes,
click on
what
it.
does the Kyogre do?
But so for 4 energy, it says put 3 energy attached to this Pokemon back into your hand, does 180 to one of your opponent's Pokemon.
There you
Snipes
go.
Revenge
There's
for 180.
Steelix. There's the
Yeah.
Steelix.
Yeah.
But still, I would play Radiant Greninja. Radiant Greninja.
Yeah.
Because having 2 insane snipes, like 180, that's powerful. That is straight up power. That knocks out a Lumineon.
Yeah, you're doing it to snipe
Z.
Lumineon or something else that you need to clean up from earlier. Really.
I'm just saying, like, beware. This deck, just talking about it right now, like, I wouldn't play another deck. I know I have Arceus right now.
I've been having all sorts of fun playing it this week online.
I just need to get my hands on a Chen Pao and some Baxcaliburs.
I'm in the middle of building it, so like Because I got my little Frigibax right here.
Listen, I got some reverse hollows too, okay? And is it Frigibax that we play? Because
Yeah,
I've got
and then
Arctibax. I've got Arctibax reverse hollow. I
I
heard
got
that's
a
supposed to be a
couple of
good one.
these at the Chin Pao.
Listen, I got a Baxcalibur right here. I'm ready to go. I just need some chimpows.
I got my my Flex Alt Art Boss.
Oh, don't even. That's optimal play right there. All right, and then obviously it does make sense to play a Pokemon that has a V-Star ability because you can use one per game. So why not have one? I really actually like this the more I thought about it. It doesn't what is the max damage this can do? 6
I mean, it's
plus
unlimited with Chin Pao, but
No, I know. I'm just saying, but it does 60
so
plus
Palkia
20 for
maxes
each.
at 260.
Okay, so that's still huge for 2 energies.
And you can do
that's
that
huge.
do that early with like limited. So what's I've been doing is if sometimes for whatever reason you just can't get Baxcalibur set up, you're missing the rare candy or you're missing the Baxcalibur or both, or they boss up your Frigibax early and take it out. So then you just rely on Palkia to just do solid damage every turn.
Yeah, this is a tough deck to beat.
And
I mean, I know that Gardevoir can just one-shot everything, but this is tough. If you don't see Manaphy right away,
yeah,
I feel bad.
I haven't really been using the barrel as much, so maybe I could cut it to a 1/1 line.
I honestly I would to get more space. I mean, you've got everything you need.
Yeah. And there's already a lot of card draw. There's already a lot of search. I'd probably just, I don't know, up some other things that I like more.
Yeah, you take out a 1/1.
Maybe another rare
You add a
candy.
nest ball. I mean, as far as this list goes, I would add a nest ball and I would add a rare candy.
Mm-hmm.
But that's just personal preference.
Yeah. Oh, canceling Cologne. Like it's only come into play like once for me, but you boss up their Manaphy, play canceling Cologne, then you Greninja them to get a little cheeky.
Okay.
And
to have like a one like how are you gonna get that card back if you discard, you know what I mean? Like that's
I mean you're just doing it just to get the prize advantage, and then you're just so far ahead that you just beat them out naturally.
Yeah, but I mean, what are the chances that you know what I mean? Like that being you have one. Yeah, I could understand if you played 2, there's a chance, a higher chance. But you also have to have boss and this, and you run one of each. And in your case, you run 2
I
boss
wouldn't
in
play
this.
this list exactly.
I'm just saying. You know what I mean? Like that's a lot to ask. I know you have the cross switchers, but like, come on.
So another thing that Turtle Power in the Discord brought up is he's been playing Arc Pika, and he says he's just been crushing Chin Pao online because Chin Pao can't attack, and then the lightning just destroys Palkia. So, but if you're playing the canceling Cologne, that'll go through Pikachu Vmax's thing, and you could
that's an
one-shot
effect. That's it. Wait, does it go through effects?
it.
No, it just says your opponent's active Pokemon has no abilities.
Ah,
it's not an
dang,
ability.
You're right.
So that wouldn't work. All right. We are gonna take a break at the 43-minute and 52-second mark. I have to say it out loud.
Going.
All right. Visual viewers. Hey, how's it going? This is that weird, awkward moment where we have to figure things out real quick. Did you just
write
drop
down
when
we're having a break?
I didn't, but you know what? I said it, and that doesn't make a difference.
You said it was 44:30?
No, mine says 44:27 right now.
Oh, I was looking at the live.
And that was a terrible segue to a break. So I sincerely apologize to everyone who's listening and watching.
No, and our viewers went down. They jumped out.
They jumped down.
Mm-hmm. Down to the
Can't
ground.
believe it. Can't believe it.
Okay. So now next we're going to talk about what?
Hisuian Samurott.
Yep. Cool.
All right, you ready? Do you want to write down when we come back?
Yeah. Right. 40. Yep.
And we are back. Thank you for that break. A visual audience, we didn't actually break, but audio audience, we did break. So we appreciate that, but we got to get through a little housekeeping real quick. This podcast is powered by Patreon. Check ours out over at patreon.com/Pokemon Professor. We can support this show for as little as $1 a month. That $1 is going to get you access to our Patreon exclusive Discord, which is a fantastic place filled with fantastic people. All patrons are eligible to participate in our monthly Pokemon Go and TCG live prize tournaments. Justin.
Yes.
We're trying to start one.
There's a
on
new
Saturday.
one this weekend. Well, yeah.
Yes. So get in there. I mean, you probably hear this, and I mean, if you're in the Discord, you're in the Discord. Cool. Come play. Yeah, and it's gonna last the entire month or until whenever we finish it. But goal is to get it done by the end of the month because I want to do best 2 out of 3. Just because there's new cards, gives you a chance to actually like test against them. But anywho, huge thank you to our gym leaders, Absolutely Ryan, Austin Zard, Bean and Cheese, DJ Wonderbread, GK, Sue, Jamal, Joseph, Mythical Hitch, and Big Zom Minus. And special thanks to our executive producers, our executive producer, Tish Smith, as well as our other executive producers on the network, Paul Bott, Kate the Cons, and Stinky Ash. Make sure you check out PokemonProfessor.com for links for everywhere you can connect with us, grab some merch, and leave us reviews. All right, Justin, we're in it to win it. This is a weird break because we don't really have too much to go for, but you probably have another pack to open. I will say that. But we're going to talk about another
I always
state.
do.
I know.
Am I bro body to you?
You.
No, am I row body to you?
I guess a little bit.
You were also laggy.
I don't know. I look fine on my camera though. All right, so we're gonna talk a little bit about Hisuian.
Right. We're gonna let.
What?
Go ahead.
Oh, we're gonna talk about Hisuian Samurott from Sword and Shield 10 Astral Radiance. Okay, so in the efforts to talk about stage 2 Pokemon that could work in this deck, yes, you would probably have to run the new Luminous Energy, which looks a little bit like this. Because it counts as a rainbow. Just because this card could work against Mew VMAX, it could work against Gardevoir EX. Just cards that are in format that could be hurt by this. And this does a lot of damage. So it has 170 hit points. It's the stage 2. It evolves from Oshawott and Duat, which are both water. So Irida will grab them both.
Yeah.
It will not grab the Samurott, though.
Now, before we get too far into it, would you play the Duat or would you just play the rare candy?
I am the old school breed where I would need to have one, like a 2-1-2. I can't get behind the 3-0-2. I really can't. That it literally blows my mind. To the fact that like there was possibly a chance that because like you were saying, sometimes you just can't get into the Baxcalibur. Yeah, probably because you play 2 rare candy and a 3-0-2 line. Of course.
To be fair, there's no Evo incense. The only real way to search it out right now is
Lovable.
either Irida
Irida.
or
That's a
or
Pokemon
Ultra
card.
Ball,
Irida
and
still will work though.
it's just not enough.
I think it's enough. In my head, it's enough.
Yeah.
Anyway, so it has the ability Wily Stance. Ooh, toot toot train.
Sorry,
I
there's a
I
train about to
love
go by.
that. Well, there's a truck that's revving its engine just driving by. Wily Stance. I love that name. But you must discard a card from your hand in order to use this ability. Once during your turn, you may draw 3 cards. That's pretty good. If you're already using like energy retrieval to grab the energies, you discard an energy, draw 3, play energy retrieval, grab them back. And then for 1 darkness and 2 colorless, Dark Mastery. This attack does 20 more damage for each energy attached to all of your Pokemon, with a base damage of 60. So it does 120 base damage, and then however many energies you have on all your other Pokemon, it can go infinite. I did think about Tinkaton, whatever the final form of that one is, because it has the same ability. It basically, you just discard a card, draw 3 cards. And it has for a colorless and a psychic, it does 90, but if you have a special energy attached, which you would in this case, it would do 180. But the chances of you having at least 180 with Samurott are pretty high.
Okay, the train's gone. I'm back.
Okay, cool. And I mean, I'm sure that there's some other stage 2 that I'm missing that does something similar to Pidgeot, but I think we would have all known about it by now.
So how are you accomplishing the dark energy for this? You just need the 1.
So the luminous energy was what I would
Playing the
suggest.
okay, you're playing the luminous.
I would.
Would you
honestly, you
also
could just
play
play a 1
reversal?
basic dark. Oh, energy reversal. You wouldn't want to be behind on prize. I mean, you could play it. I wouldn't want to be held back by the fact that you had to be behind on prizes.
Yeah.
Like that to me, because you're already dumping water energies continuously. So I would rather just draw into the luminous energy, be able to attach it and attack with it same turn. Not have to wait and be like, oh, well, I'll like, especially if you're facing like Mew VMAX.
Yeah.
Oh, you just took 3
I'm just
3
trying to
prize
think.
cards. You're definitely not going to be behind. It's either they're going to knock you out in like 3 turns or
I'm going to knock you out. I'm going to knock you out.
But this card works against Mew VMAX. It works against Gardevoir EX. Just something to think about. Maybe don't sleep on it.
You convinced me. I'm going to try it this week. I'm going to see how it works.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's a draw card because clearly there's not a lot of draw.
Yeah, and maybe I do this and I cut the barrel completely.
Yeah. Then you could just do a 2-0-2 line because that's how you're going to do it anyways.
Yeah, and I'll just do.
I can't convince you otherwise.
I'm going to do 4 rare candy.
But where are you finding the space? That's the.
I'll cut something else.
I don't know, but tell us what you think. Send us an email, text us, do something.
Post on Discord. Tweet.
Yeah, tweet us.
Smoke signals.
Smoke signals work too.
Keep an eye out for it.
Just don't throw the Pokemon cards into the fire. Get that bulk. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, but that's all I got. Actually, I did get this box. So I guess I could open another pack with Justin, but I got this. I just saw it at Walmart and I said, this is.
Why don't you open it? We'll do it at the same time.
Okay. I was like,
and then we'll be all sorts of confused because I'm pretty sure it's well, is there base set Paldea in there?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Is it all Sword and Shield stuff?
I think so.
But I know it's an older box.
Wow. Look at the bend on that.
That's fun.
I'm gonna have to complain. Who can I? Where's the manager? Who am I gonna talk to about this one? Wow. They were like, how do we save as much money as possible on packaging and bend the card at the same time? Look at that. It is pringled.
Oh my.
And look at the top. Oh my gosh.
And what are these magic cards?
Oh my
That's just a joke for you.
That's
Those of you that
so
play
bad.
Magic, all the foils pringle like that.
I have 2 Silver Tempest and an Evolving Skies.
Oh.
So it looks like Silver Tempest is the following week, and I'll open Evolving Skies.
Sweet.
I'm very sad that this is the way it is.
This is the way it is. Things may never change. I'm opening my Tinglu pack art. All right. You can open at the same time?
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
You're sleeving your Pringle.
I was putting it in a hard sleeve because I needed to.
Okay. You want to read your code for, or you just show it?
No,
I'll read mine.
I just showed mine.
XDK WW QL YML 9L7. Let's see. I don't think I did the trick yet, so we're gonna one to the front, and it's a psychic. You got a Zinnia.
Resolve.
I've got a Combi.
Hippowdon.
Glimlet.
Tentacruel.
Ooh, the bad Frigibacks. It's got 70 HP, but double retreat. Sucks.
Zorura.
Tandemouse.
Cryogonal.
Ooh, it's the Water Tauros. Luxio.
Drowsy. Oh, that is a nice reverse holo. You got a Luxray?
Playable Luxray. It has the swelling flash ability. Once during your turn, this Pokemon is in your hand, you have more prize cards remaining than your opponent. You may put it straight on the bench.
I like that.
It's fun. And it does 180 damage.
Oh, mine's a Zygarde reverse holo.
Mine's Hariyama. And Oricorio.
Oh, wow.
Feeble stole your pull.
Yeah, jeez.
Started
Feeble,
dancing.
no thieving.
Turn may heal 20 damage from active evolution Pokemon. Lame.
Womp, womp. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, that is a show. Justin, do you have anything else you want to?
I don't think so.
All right, trainers. Thanks so much for hanging out and watching us here on Twitch. We really appreciate the support. And remember, if you're affected by a special condition, don't forget to use a full heal.
Good night.